Hi guys, sorry we're a little late. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. So my name is Kirsten. I'm the social media coordinator here at Email on Acid, and I'm sitting here with Sarah Anderson, our head of product. So we're going to be talking a little bit about what's coming at Email on Acid in the next couple weeks for our product. So if you have any comments, questions, be sure to leave those in the comment box, and we'll get to those at the end. Hi Sarah, how's it going?
Hi, good. It's Friday. Who's not happy?
Thank goodness for that. So we're going to start off with a little icebreaker. This is a very controversial topic, so
Okay.
it might get some people heated. But what do you call those little interactive pictures that communicate, your anger, your happiness?
Oh, I get what you're saying. This is strongly, I get that it's a debate, but I have no waiver here. It is a GIF. And I do think Jif is a brand of peanut butter.
I agree with that. If you have a different opinion or you agree with us, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what you have to think, and let's get this debate going. All right, Sarah, so maybe you could walk us through your role here at Email on Acid and tell us how you got here.
Sure. Yeah, I'm the head of product here at Email on Acid. I've been here a little less than a year. And my team's job is really to figure out what we're going to go build to make our product meet our customer needs and really make sure we take care of the products that you come to us for a service. But a little bit of background on me that's kind of an interesting twist is I actually have 10 years of experience in the industry. I got the pleasure of being a digital marketing manager when wearing a different hat for a company, and I got to help them take an email channel from its wee infant stages all the way up to be quite a mature environment. So I got to play with deliverability. I got to introduce new ESPs. I had to do HTML best practice, QA process, audience selection, metrics, you name it. We were a smaller team, so I got to wear many hats. And so I found Email on Acid seemed like a pretty good mix of both worlds.
Yeah, it sounds like your email marketing experience really lends itself towards developing product as well. So could you maybe tell us a little bit about what excites you about Email on Acid?
Yeah, so let's be honest, everyone's experienced this. I mean, you don't have to be in the industry to have gotten an email that just didn't cut it. We've all gone, you actually got my attention to click on a link and your link doesn't work, right? We've all been there. So I think it's super relatable. And then with my other hat on in my previous life, I was the one accountable for making sure those mistakes didn't happen. And so what a cool journey to be able to be part of the software now that fixes the issues that we've all experienced. So to me, it's real. It's a real issue, and then we can build software to help with that.
Yeah, I'm sure, because I know some of our products really help catch those little mistakes. So having had experience, probably sending a few of those out, you must have a real vested interest in saving some email marketers. That stress.
Yes, I feel like I'm looking out for people out there.
Thanks for doing that. Okay, so let's see. How does the team decide what to build,
Yeah,
in terms of product?
Everyone wants us to build their thing, right? So the product team is really charged with being really good listeners, and we have to partner deeply with all the other departments at our organization, and we have to listen really closely to the marketplace. So what we do is any way feedback comes into this organization, I don't care if you talk to a salesperson, you chatted with us, you hit up Kirsten in social, it all ends up coming across our plate. And then we have a structured set of ways to listen to it, to digest it, to internalize it, to really think through what do we do with this? How do we get better? How do we improve what we bring to the market? And then we get to kind of play with a little bit of levers to figure out how do we pull this off of what people are asking of us. So we're kind of professional listeners in a way.
Nice. It sounds like you really care about the customers and what they want, obviously. How do people get in touch with your, to let us know what they need,
Yeah, we are big fans of working with our customers. I always say this is when I get the most excited, and when I get to go home and say I just had such a fun day at work, it usually is because I got to talk with the customer. We deeply enjoy that here, and for us, we feel like it's a spectrum, right? So if you want to send us feedback and you just want to put it on our plate, you really don't want to interact too much, that's totally acceptable. Find a way to get that to us. But we do have other options to interact with us on a deeper level. So if you want to get involved in our beta groups, if you want to review some of our prototypes, we actually like to show people what we're building before it actually is to market, so we get that feedback early on. If that's a type of partnership you want to have with EOA, you want your voice to be heard, and you want to make sure what we build meets your needs, raise your hand. We want to hear from you. That being said, whatever works for you. We got people listening in every channel. So if you want to hit up, again, social, she will make sure you get in touch with me. If you want to chat with us, you want to email us, you want to send a snail mail, whatever your method is. I'm not here to dictate, but I do want to talk with you more.
Definitely. And we're on Email Geeks, the Slack channel, the LinkedIn group, anywhere, anywhere the geeks are gathering, we're there. So just reach out. So just for those joining us now, my name's Kirsten. I'm the social media coordinator here, and I'm sitting with Sarah. She's our head of product here at Email and Acid. We did have an icebreaker question up at the front. So do you pronounce GIF with a hard G or a soft G? And I see Jeff is on here, so let us know in the comments what you think. We'd love to hear it. Okay, so let's get to the exciting part, which is talking about what's coming at Email and Acid. What can you share with us, Sarah?
What can I share? That's the kicker here. This is the most exciting part in my day. I will tell you, I'm going to keep a few things close to the chest on this one, but I will tell you two very exciting things that we have coming out, and they're on different parts of our product suite. So on one half is really on that email testing, that screenshot. It really looks at how's your email render, right? That's what we're known for. That side of the world, we have put an incredible amount of ducks in a row to really make sure we become that dependable partner that you guys really want from us. We constantly have people asking for different clients or different versions, wanting us to focus in on speed, things like that. And we hear you loud and clear. And I'm happy to tell you we have invested and, like I said, put those ducks in a row to make sure that happens. So you should already start to see and feel a little bit of it. But watch out 2019. We got some really big ramp up coming. So I'm really excited that people have been asking the questions, and I feel like you're going to start to see something different there. On the other side of the fence is we launched a product called Campaign Pre-Check back around Thanksgiving, and that really focuses on the content side of your email, not the rendering side. And we got some really exciting pieces coming out there. I can tease a little bit, but some of it I'm also going to keep a little quiet.
Sure. Yeah, maybe you could just tell us a little bit about what Campaign Pre-Check is.
You bet.
For those people who don't know.
Yeah, you bet. So the way I think about it is rendering and content. So rendering is really the structure of your email, and that's why you would run an email test. You want to see, did my structure break in all these different clients and devices that are out there? So you're looking for skewed, you're looking for the format, you're looking for the structure of your email to break. But that process doesn't help you check the content of the email. And so we launched a product that helps you review what are you actually trying to say to your customers, and is that buttoned up, is that ready to go? So anything from did you make spelling errors? Do you have your alt text cleaned up? Are your links actually working and going to where they say it? And there's a whole slew of other stuff in there, but it's not enough just to check the render. You got to make sure the message is actually ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
So that being said,
yes.
We believe that you should start with the content check first. And so before you go on to the rendering, if you have to go back and make content edits, you should do that first before you go do the render checks. So what we're actually working through is to make this as streamlined as a process for you as possible. So how do you check with the content side? Check that campaign pre-check. How do you move on to your deliverability checks? Make sure you're solid, you're going to get through to the inbox, right? Let's make sure your analytics are tagged, whether you use email on Acid or not. Let's make sure you can track the performance of this campaign. And then at the final end, let's do that email test, and let's make sure the rendering all follows through. So this should be a really seamless workflow for you. And I can relate a bit. Time is of the essence. You are likely doing more than one email at once. And so speed and quality is really passion of ours. So we're building the product to be able to hit both of those. And so coming up in July, you guys will see campaign pre-check. That content check will also marry up with your deliverability check, and it'll give you a punt over to your email testing. So really working to invest in that workflow and that time savings for you guys.
Great. So people won't have to click around in the app itself. They'll be able to just seamlessly go through those steps.
We're releasing it a bit at a time, so you don't have to wait for us. So that the biggest thing coming out in just a few weeks is deliverability. We'll be able to tack on to the content checks.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah, we got some other amazing things in the works. I wish I could say more, but let me tell you, coming from the industry, coming from experience, I cannot tell you how much you should be excited about this. My ask of you is to stay close to this company, follow us on social, join our newsletter, and keep your ear to the tracks, because we have some other things cooked up that I'm not willing to tease out at this point in time. I might get a elbow in the ribs if I do so, but I think it's worth you staying close, because you're going to be pretty impressed with the stuff we have coming out.
Awesome. Yeah, and I guess we'll just have to have you on in the future to kind of
we'll have to do another one.
Yeah, tell us about some more fun things coming out. So let us know if you guys have any questions. It looks like, in terms of our icebreaker question, hard G is pretty unanimous across the board.
You're our people.
I'm glad to see that. Yeah. What else would you like to share with our audience today?
I am really passionate about that content check on the campaign pre-check side. It is a newer product for us, so I really urge you to go try it out. I do think the checks are robust and they can help your QA process deeply. If you haven't tried it, do. If you don't have access, contact us. We'll get you access. We have a lot of different trial environments set up that we can make sure you get to play around with it and see how this could help your QA process. So I really think it's worth it, and I'd raise your hand if you want to play around a little bit more.
Awesome. And maybe real quick, could you kind of go over the deliverability spam testing piece? Like, what does that actually look like in the product?
Yeah, so deliverability is going to be twofold for us. Checking your blacklisting and then also checking a spam test. So it's going to really look at it from two different sides. The blacklist check is going to be really heavy on your content side and your domain, and really just making sure you pass so you can get through the inbox. And then the spam is also going to check, did you get flagged by anyone for looking spam-like? One of the things that Email and Acid is doing heavily is how do we help coach you and guide you if something didn't go as planned? So part of doing the check with us is we also give you just some helpful tips and tricks of what you can go do. I can't help you get off of it, but I can help guide you through best practice on how to get off of it. And that's the one, no matter if you use a template every single time, running that check is so critical, because again, blacklisting and spam changes every single day. And so hopefully that gives you some confidence you're going to hit the inbox.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for sitting with us, Sarah, and kind of talking about what's coming in Campaign Pre-Check and on Email and Acid. If you have any questions after this live video, just leave them in the comments and I will pass them along to the team so they can get those answered for you. And have a great rest of your day and enjoy your Friday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.